Hey, so I get a lot of DMs, and they're bad. Like, they're not inappropriate or harassment, thank God. But a lot of them are people asking to collaborate with me or work on my Friday Night Funkin' mod, and almost none of them do a very good job of it. And whenever I get these kind of DMs, I don't just ignore or immediately shut down the person. I try to help them out. And that's what I want to do here for you today. Not only so I stop getting these DMs, but also so you can get the collabs and the work and the gigs you want. So I want to go over the 3 biggest mistakes I see in the DMs I get. So here's an example of a pretty typical DM I get. This is the result of someone taking the time to sit down and message a creator who they're a big fan of. This is their one message that they send to that person to try and communicate the whole of the value they can provide.
Can I work on your mod?
And that's it. Nothing else. What do you want me to do with that information? Or lack thereof? I don't know you. I don't even know what you do. Like, what service do you want to provide on the mod? Are you good at it? Have you done this before? Should I trust you? These are all things you easily could have put in the first DM you sent. Screenshots of your work, link to your portfolio, examples of things you've done in the past. But now the responsibility has been put on me to drag these things out of you, to ask you, well, okay, what have you done before? What do you do? Are you an artist? Are you a musician? Are you, what do you want to do on the mod? And it's especially this expectation of me doing the work in this situation that is so common across these DMs. The same goes for collabs. I see so many people reaching out for collabs, not just to me, but to other YouTubers, and saying just, hey, let's collab. Well, okay, now the responsibility is on that other person to come up with a collab that would make sense for the 2 of your channels. You're asking for creative work from them with no thought to what value you can provide to them in this situation. This just doesn't respect anyone's time. And I'm not trying to be like, I don't have time for you. Like, I am working on my music and YouTube channel 50 hours a week already. Every second of that has been optimized so I can make music the best I can. And on top of that, I have really bad ADHD, so I'm barely balancing all of that. So when looking at that situation, is it in my best interest to then spend usually a few days going back and forth over DMs with you to find out if you have anything to even work with on whatever project I'm doing? And again, that's not me trying to be like high and mighty fancy YouTuber over here. That goes for literally anyone you want to work with. You could be reaching out to a brand new beginner. And I've done this. I've reached out to much smaller YouTubers that I wanted to work with. And I laid out everything I wanted to do in the collaboration in the process, because I'm trying to respect their time as much as possible so they can immediately look at the DM I sent and either say, wow, that's perfect for what I want to do right now, or I don't think that's a good fit for me right now. It respects both of our time, it gets us to an answer so much more quickly, and it will get you the results you're looking for much more often. So here's my first big tip. Provide as much information as you can up front. Be concise about it. Don't write like a 10-page essay on why someone should work with you, but give them a few really clear points of what you do, who you are, and what you've done in the past. So get that right up front. Provide information. But that's not always enough, because even if you provide a fantastic pitch for what you do and who you are, there's a chance that the person you're reaching out to just does not have a fit for that need right now. For example, I get a lot of people writing to me to compose for Versus Longest Solo Ever, the mod built around my music. And no offense, but no, it's the whole point is it's my music. And on a broader scale, this applies in every kind of collab. You need to think about what value you're providing to this person and whether they need it or not right now. And you need to consider that in return for them taking time, you actually need to be providing more for them in this situation than they can provide for you. This needs to be a bigger win for the person you're trying to collab with than it is for you. Get that right, and you will get the collab so much more often. But again, it needs to be something they actually need. So this is tip number 2. Think about the value you're providing to the person you're reaching out to. Is it bigger than the value you're asking from them? And is it something they need right now? And finally, this is kind of, I think, the easiest one and also maybe the most vague, but try to come across as someone you'd want to work with. Because you're not just asking to work on their mod, right? You're asking to spend a lot of time with this person, spend a lot of time talking to this person, and also you're asking this person to hitch their brand to yours. If you think about the online entertainment world, especially in YouTube and especially in the Friday Night Funkin' world, and you just think of how many people, to put it lightly, ended up not being people you want to associate with things come out about people that, in retrospect, kind of ruin careers for people. And as a result, people in this world, myself included, are really wary of associating themselves with complete strangers. If I let you, compose for my mod or draw artwork for it, and then something comes out that, reflects badly on you, it ends up reflecting badly on my work and, by extension, me. And this is my job. That affects my livelihood. I could lose my income, not be able to pay rent. That's what's on the line when I say yes or no to working with someone. And that's the mental calculation everyone's doing in their head, or at least they should be, when they decide whether or not they're going to work with someone. So this isn't necessarily something about your specific DM. It's just something to keep in mind about the way you carry yourself online in general, in Discord servers, on Twitter, on YouTube. Remember that everything you put onto the internet, for all intents and purposes, is there forever, and anyone can look it up at any time and use it against you. I am so careful about the things I say online and the way I talk to people in Discord servers. I meme on FL Studio and stuff, but you will never see anything not safe for work from me. I barely ever curse. And all of that comes from the last 10 years of being a teacher with real kids in person and being just very keenly aware of being an adult around children and just around anybody, just being able to be respectful of other people and just really giving thought to how anything you say can be interpreted at any time in the future. Also, as a side note of a completely different kind of DM that honestly falls under a lot of the same problems, are the, hey, can we be friends DMs? And to that one, the word of the day is parasocial. I don't know you at all. You know me because you've watched a lot of my videos, and that's awesome, and I love that you love the things I do. And I have actually made friends with a lot of my fans online, especially through the Longest Solo Ever Discord and in my live chat on stream. But the people who I'm friends with now are people who just participated in the community and brought cool, fun things to it. And over time, over the period of months and years, I became good friends with these people. But not once did any of them ask, can we be friends? So none of this is to say that you shouldn't DM people you want to work with, that you can't get collabs with creators larger or smaller than you, and that you can't make friends online. The things I just want you to remember while you're sending these DMs are to be respectful of the other person's time and give them as much concise info as you can up front, to really be clear in the value you're providing them, and that the value you're providing them is more than you expect in return from them. And finally, just be someone worth working with, not just in the sense of the value you provide, but in the sense of just being an okay person and just communicating yourself as such online everywhere. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more like this one, and check out my second channel, Quick Start Music, where we talk about getting better at making music of all kinds. I've also got a brand new mixing course over there called Elemental Mixing that I really think you should check out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.